The White House is publicly defending Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth after he sent sensitive military information in a Signal chat. However, behind the scenes, administration insiders are beginning to question the Pentagon chief's judgment. Officials agree that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who accidentally included a journalist in a group chat with senior leaders, could more easily take the fall for the scandal that has embarrassed the administration. This may ultimately spare Hegseth from losing his job. Republican hawks, Pentagon officials, and even some inside the White House now believe that Hegseth also made a mistake by sending potentially classified details from his phone. This has the potential to undermine his credibility within the administration. Because former President Donald Trump clearly likes and has publicly exonerated Hegseth, there won't be a huge public outcry, according to a senior GOP official on Capitol Hill who is close to the White House. However, privately, there is significant concern about his judgment, more so than with Waltz. Even for a Pentagon chief who has adopted Trump's combative style, down to his Sharpie signature and campaign-style videos, Hegseth's growing list of mistakes is getting noticed, according to 4 officials and 2 people in touch with the administration. The problem is that this is another example of inexperience, said a person close to the White House. What happens when Hegseth needs to manage a real crisis? The Defense Department did not respond to a request for comment. However, Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell reiterated the White House's criticism of the journalist who was added to the chat, Atlantic editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg. These additional Signal chat messages confirm there were no classified materials or war plans shared, Parnell said, referring to the Atlantic's Wednesday release of text excerpts. The secretary was merely updating the group on a plan that was underway and had already been briefed through official channels. Hegseth briefly addressed the issue Wednesday during a week-long Asia trip. The information in the messages doesn't look like war plans, he said. You know who sees war plans? I see them. Every single day. However, the episode threatens to overshadow his first major trip to the Indo-Pacific. It follows other prominent stumbles, including a retraction of his February remarks about Ukraine war negotiations in Brussels, and an ill-fated effort to send thousands of detained migrants to Guantanamo Bay. Now dozens of Democratic lawmakers are calling for Hegseth's resignation. Grassroots campaigns have emerged on progressive websites to investigate the Pentagon chief. Senate Armed Services Committee leaders have launched a bipartisan probe into the episode. Intentionally putting classified info on an unclassified application is the real crime, said Representative Dan Bacon, a Nebraska Republican and retired Air Force Brigadier General. However, most top GOP lawmakers continue to publicly defend the Pentagon chief. No one needs to lose their job over this, but we do need to get to the bottom of it and ensure it doesn't happen again, said Senator Kevin Cramer of North Dakota, a Trump ally. Hegseth's challenging confirmation cost the administration significant political capital. Trump allies worry about another long battle in the Senate to replace him. The Pentagon leader has largely followed the president's own playbook, issuing strong criticisms of the journalist to a pool of reporters that mostly included friendly conservative media and foreign outlets. He has also shared video montages of his meetings with military leaders in Asia and appearances with troops set to an inspiring soundtrack. This is a sharp departure from previous Pentagon chiefs, who didn't focus on a personal brand. This contrasts with Waltz's own cleanup strategy, which has left the president unsatisfied, particularly his awkward Tuesday night Fox interview, said a person familiar with Trump's thoughts on Waltz's handling of the interview. He went on TV, and when you feel the heat sometimes you don't make the clearest arguments, the person said. This is way too early for you to go on TV and talk about this. You're still clearly rattled. However, the president is reluctant to put someone on the chopping block, according to this person. Trump appreciates shows of strength when attacked. He relished Hegseth's pushback against accusations of misconduct during his confirmation process. The Pentagon chief has proven a loyal appointee. However, the latest incident has some officials worried about Hegseth's handling of tougher aspects of the job. Hegseth has done everything the White House has asked when it comes to culture wars and other initiatives, said a defense official. But they're nearing the end of those projects. Now comes the hard stuff: budgets, workforce issues, overseas basing, and dealing with allies. Democrats are skeptical that Trump will punish anyone. It's part of the Trump administration ethos, said Representative Adam Smith of Washington, the top Democrat on the House Armed Services Committee. There are no rules, no standards, no truth, no accountability. What Trump says is considered truth.